My fortress of solitude is to sit by myself somewhere, preferably quiet, peaceful place, and look back at the kind of things I've overcome, kind of challenges I've gone through, tragedies I've faced in my life. Many tragedies, many, but overcome them and survived with scars, as we all do. And I'm here today, having overcome so many of those things, having overcome so many of those problems. I'm proud of that, and I would say, that is my fortress solitude, to reflect on the kind of challenges that I've overcome, issues I faced, and to realize that I've overcome all of these, while at the same time not losing my basic humanity. This is my fortress of solitude. I define mental health as, above all, awareness of one's things which you like, things which you don't like, in terms of what are the situations where my mental health really gets tested. What are the situations which are best suited to my mental health? Mental health, above all, is the ability to face the various challenges that daily life throws at us in a manner which is aware of one's own boundaries, aware of other people's boundaries, and while respectful to other people, while you respect yourself also. Mental health is, above all, the ability to deal with these challenges in a way which is compassionate to yourself. If I had to put it in one sentence, I would say dealing with the challenges of daily life in a way which is compassionate to oneself and which shows due dignity to oneself. I would admit here that, frankly, I don't engage in enough mental health care for myself. That's an area I need to work on. I do need to do more to help myself adequately in the mental health aspects. Maybe in 2023, that's an area I should work on. Being a writer has a lot of mental triggers. If I had to pick two, the first thing is, writing life is very uncertain. You participate in competitions, you don't know whether you'll win or lose. You reach out to people for endorsements, you don't know if they'll say yes or no. You send your book to every corner of the country and world, you don't know who's going to like it and why, how they're going to react to it, who's going to appreciate, who's not going to appreciate it, and why. People can interpret your book in whichever way they want to, they can just react to it. However, it's not in your hands. Once you've written the book, once it's published, once it's out there, it's not in your hands. So that is a huge mental rigor, the uncertainty. And the second major rigor is very competitive. These days, as writers we are competing not just with other writers but with so many other kinds of entertainment options, from video games to mobile games to pornography to books written purely for entertainment to you know other kinds of things like TV shows, OTT. So it's not easy when you have to carve out a niche for yourself in a time when there are plethora of entertainment options and very limited attention spans. Even bestseller books come, they sell thousands and thousands of copies, thousands and thousands of copies, and then a year or two now nobody talks about it. They move on to the next best thing. So nobody talks about anything for much time. So these two are rigorous aspects. It's very competitive and tremendous uncertainty, not knowing what will happen when and who will react to what when how. It's very uncertain how things will play out. So that's there. I honestly speaking don't think there's a balance. In the sense, as a human being, these are all interconnected. I'm a creative writer. I've also been a graduate of the best institute in India for journalism. I've also been a graduate of one of the best institutes for social sciences. These are all interconnected. I don't see these as separate because as a writer, I'm writing about people. As a development sector person, you're going for the people. As a journalist, you write about people. I don't see it as some sort of sort of silos. As a human being, I'm living at multiple levels and multiple scales, different contexts. So there's no need for a balance per se. I mean, there's no point in kind of looking for a balance, right? The baby learns to walk through falling. Same way, I don't think that you should try to balance out things. For me, these are all parts of my personality, and I don't want to disassociate myself from anything. All these are parts of personality which I value and which have made me whatever I am today. I have actually in my book written about visiting a mental health professional, mental health for children, a topic which is hardly explored in India. In my first book, My Name is Cinnamon, available on all Amazon platforms, online platforms, as well as in bookstores across the country, in major cities and even in smaller towns. So this is one major thing I have done for breaking the stigma towards visiting a mental health professional. It's my hope that the book, which will be read by children and parents across the country, will go a long way towards breaking that stigma. Mental health is a topic which is close to my heart, as I have said at the beginning of this interview also. Mental health is a very important topic, but unfortunately in India as yet we have not realized that mental health is just a part of health. The way you have a headache, the way you have a sore throat, the way you have your leg pains, or you go to your sick, you have diphtheria, whatever. Mental health is just like that. It's a part of life. It's not separate. It's integral to life. So how would I see myself bringing awareness? Well, as I said before, I've written about it in my book, and since this book is meant for young adults and children, I believe that I'm starting the process in whatever small way of breaking that stigma. The second thing is I do tell all my friends and family members and people who I know that they must take pains about their own mental health. And in my WhatsApp groups, in my Facebook, uh, friends and family discussions, I would definitely like to also do things in other ways. If there are other ways I can help break the stigma, then I'm all for it. You are free to reach out to me, and let's see if there is something which we can collaborate on mutually beneficially. But otherwise, at my own personal level, both in my book as well as my personal life, I am doing both these aspects. I'm looking for three things. Number one, vivid, lifelike language. Language which is crisp, language which is sharp, and language which makes me feel I'm there. When you eat that biryani, when I read about your chicken, Maharashtrian chicken, tamda rasa, panda rasa, or the Bengali style kosha mangsho, South Indian idli sambar. Can I taste that sambar? Can I taste that tamda rasa? Can I taste that Bengali kosha mangsho or not? When you talk about the sounds, can I hear those sounds? When you talk about the smell of the rotting garbage, stinking mound of garbage, can I smell that garbage? Can I see it? Can I feel it? Any good book always makes you feel that you are there. One of the biggest compliments I've ever got for my first book is that when I read the book, I feel that it's happening in front of me. So that's what a writer dreams of, right? That's why we all want our books to become movies, because they already are movies in our own minds, right? So this is the first thing: vivid, lifelike language, cinematic language, which was clearly mastered by a number of good writers, especially Charles Dickens was one such person. Among foreign authors and among Indian authors, I would say Ruskin Bond and Jhumpa Lahiri also. So this is first thing. Second thing I look for is the language should be, there should be a flair. You don't need to use big words. You don't need to use very complicated language, but there must be a flair. There must be a style. When you read it, you feel the person has a style of writing. It's not definable, but there's a style. All good writers have a certain style. First thing is vivid language. Second thing is style. And third thing I'll be looking for is whether the writing has a sense of humor. A sense of humor is like salt or spice. If it's too much, it becomes excessive. But a little bit of salt, a little bit of spice. We all want that little bit of spice when we eat anything. No spice at all, and then it's very dull. It's very bland. It's boring. Boring. A little bit of sense of humor should be there. Puckish humor, playful humor, slapstick humor, double meaning humor, spicy humor, childlike humor, innocent humor, whatever kind of humor suits you, whatever floats your boat, but something which is the touch of humor. It adds something to a book or to a story or to any piece of writing. So to recap, the sense of humor, vivid language, and flair, a certain style. These are the three things I'll be looking for as a member of the selection panel when I read your submission.